Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. In the description of this video, you can find my compiled link. Through there, you can find ways to support the channel, my other social media, and more. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. How's it going, everybody? CJ here, back with another video. We're doing our first thoughts today. This first thoughts is on Mondrak Glory Dominus, aka Anointed Procession on a stick in your command zone with a sacrifice outlet attached to it and indestructible. This card's insane, super powerful, very excited to hop into this video. But before I do, I just want to say only 5.6% of you guys watching are subscribed to the channel. So please hit that subscribe button, it helps a lot. I want to hit 2K pretty soon, so that would be great. Just hit the subscribe button. And we're just going to jump into this. So the categories I'll be talking about for Mondrak are some token synergy, specifically creature token stuff, and ways to make creature tokens, and then cards that synergize with you making a bunch of creature tokens. Then we're going to be talking about some mono white shenanigans, we're going to talk about some sacrifice stuff, and then we're going to talk about a couple of one-off cards, and then in the 99. So pretty simple video here today. Token strategy is by far and away the best strategy to go with this commander, considering it's an anointed procession. Some of the best token creators that I have found for this commander include cards like Adeline, Ancient Gold Dragon, super cool card. Battle Screech seems fantastic. If Mondrak's in play, you pay 4 mana, you make 4 flyers, then you flash it back and make another 4 flyers for free. It seems nuts. Benevolent Offering seems sweet. Called the Coppercoats, Canoptic Scarab Swarm, also Graveyard Hate. Castle Ardenvale, token creation in your mana base. Cemetery Protector seems very cool. You can target a creature or something that your opponent's trying to reanimate, and then every time you cast a creature spell, you're making tokens. Seems good. Court of Grace to add Monarch. Darien seems great. Decree of Justice. Defenders of Humanity. Defiler of Faith, also fantastic because you're in mono white, so all your spells will cost less. Doomed Artisan, one of my favorite cards that just doesn't really have many homes. This seems like a good one though. There's a couple Elspeth that seem amazing. Amaria's Call, another token creator in your mana base. Same thing with Field of the Dead. Finale of Glory. Grand Crescendo, which is great protection as well. Halo Fountain can also be a win con. Martial Coup. Oketra's Monument, more ramp. Platoon Dispenser, card draw. Rabble Rousing, one of my favorite token generators in white. Retrofitter Foundry seems pretty great in this deck. Silverwing Squadron. Skrelv's Hive, White Sun's Twilight, and Nuisance Engine. All of those cards are fantastic token generators and will work really well in this deck and just provide you tons and tons of value. And since you're going to be creating all these tokens, you got to run cards that capitalize on that, including Benny Brax and Idol of Oblivion for card draw. Divine Visitation, make your tokens a lot scarier. Prava seems pretty cool. Might Overseer. Staff of the Storyteller, I had never seen this card before making this video, and that seems fantastic for this deck. Ellen Harbreeze, Hour of Reckoning, a one-sided board wipe. Inspiring Leader, Intangible Virtue, and Leyline of the Meek all seem fantastic for this deck. You're playing a mono white commander, you should be running mono white staples, including cards like Amaria, War Room, Pearl Medallion, Nykthos and Nyx Lotus, and Endless Atlas. Since your commander has a sacrifice outlet attached to it, you might as well run some cards that synergize well with sacrificing. Unfortunately, you're in mono white, so there's actually a lot less good synergistic cards for this strategy than I thought there would be, but a few of them seem very worthwhile running in your deck, and those include cards like Promise of the Bunry, pay 3 mana, sack a creature, boom, you have 8 tokens, great. Requiem Angel seems fantastic for this deck. Wormcoil, just a good card to sacrifice because you're going to be making extra tokens. Ashes of the Abhorrent is a nice hate piece that's not going to really affect you, but it's going to gain you a bunch of life. And then Twilight Drover. This card seems super cool for the deck because it just keeps getting bigger, and then you can remove counters from it to make more tokens, and then it'll make it bigger when you sacrifice those tokens, and then you remove the counters and it gets bigger. Seems cool. I like this card a lot. I think it's a really strong synergy piece for this deck. And now we're on to the one-off cards. Some of the one-off cards that I wanted to talk about include cards like Welcoming Vampire, Mentor of the Meek, Rumor Gatherer, and Skull Clamp. All seem fantastic for card advantage. Skull Clamp, just being able to sack a creature to draw 2 cards seems great. Welcoming Vampire and Mentor of the Meek just draw you tons of cards. And Rumor Gatherer works really well when you're making a lot of tokens. Helm of the Host. insane card in this deck because the more Mondraks you have, the more you're doubling your token production. Boom, you're just making trillions of tokens. It's fantastic. I love the card. You can also run some cards that make you artifact tokens, including Smothering Tithe, Monologue Tax. Both of those seem fantastic. There wasn't a ton of artifact-based token creation in mono white that I could find that really be worthwhile, but Thopter Shop was another one. Thopter Shop seems really cool because you can use it to make tokens, and then when those tokens die, you get to draw cards. Bloodforged Battle Axe is pretty cool if you want to just get in for damage and make extra battle axes. Then you have cards that can win you the game, including Cathar's Crusade, Eldrazi Monument, and Starlight Spectacular. Boss's Chauffeur seems like a pretty cool top-end card too, because it'll enter the battlefield with a bunch of counters on it, and then every time a creature enters, you'll put a counter on it, so you're making a ton of tokens, you're going to be putting a bunch of counters on it, and then when it dies, you just make a ton of tokens. So since you have a sack outlet on your commander, you can use it as sacrifice fodder, or sacrifice it in response to exiling or bouncing removal, and then create 1 billion tokens. Seems perfect for this deck. And now we're on to the last section, in the 99. I'm going to be talking about some commanders that I think you should consider running Mondrak in. Those include a lot of token-based commanders like Ginny Fey, Jan Jansen, Marnius Calgar, Giered, Atla Palani, Trostani, Goshin Tai, Jetmir, Rice, Renanseri, Soundwave, Kadira, Thalise, and Fabine. If you have a token-based deck, this is a card that you're going to want to include. If you're in white and playing tokens, this card's an auto-include. It's fantastic. It's just Anointed Procession, but better because it's indestructible. And it's a sack outlet, and you're making a lot of tokens, so you can easily sacrifice tokens to it. It seems like a no-brainer include. I like this card a lot, and I think it's going to see tons and tons of play, both as a commander and in the 99. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Peace out, everybody.